Now, here's the thing I did with this is it was a Bleeding Cool article, so I went and just screen captured it so that we don't have to actually go to the Bleeding Cool article.
Uh-huh.
I figured you'd probably appreciate that.
I could probably get herpes by through the internet from your Mac to my PC.
Yeah, take your headphones off and put like a piece of paper towel between your ears and to protect you from the herpes, from the internet herpes.
Yeah.
So, all right, here I wanted to read what this said because it sounded like it might be important. So I figured we could talk about it. It says, Marvel tells more comic creators to stop work for now. This is posted today by Rich Johnston, who we know is a piece of garbage. But you know what? Let's go ahead and read what he has to say.
Pencil down, hookers.
Yep. Marvel Comics has let more freelancers know that they are to pause work on current Marvel comic assignments. Previously, Marvel had paused 15 to 20% of titles being published as a result of the current global situation. With no print comic books being distributed to comic book stores, digital comics being suspended, and the Comic Hub solution being rejected. There was a time when that Comics Hub thing was like going to be the savior of the world, and then a day later, no, nobody wants to do it.
Nobody wants digital comics. They're fucking worthless.
They don't. Lots of publishers have asked creators to pause work for now. At the time, the chosen titles were described as titles linked to movies and TV launches such as Black Widow and Taskmaster, as well as launch titles that may need more favorable publishing environments to launch in. Now, we know what's so funny is independent creators, CG creators, none of us are putting down the pencil. We're still working, because we've already identified a viable alternative to what was going on currently.
Direct to the consumer.
That's right, direct to the consumer.
Man, you sell 3,000 copies, which is not too bad for an independent book through the comic shop. You're not going to make any money. You sell 3,000 direct to your customer, you can make money.
And I honestly don't care. I don't want digital comics. I don't
either. They are useless.
They are not a
I don't have a problem with offering them eventually for people to look at on the go.
Mm-hmm.
But your
digital
customer is going to be the guy who's going to want a physical copy.
Yeah,
it's just it's a part of the experience.
Digital previews is something I could see. Like if you have a graphic novel and the first chapter was a digital preview, I could understand that. But the entire book. No, I've got to have a physical copy. I got to have something in my hands.
Me too.
And I don't think that's ever going to change for me.
Not for me either.
Yeah. The article goes on, says, with another similar edict, the books will have to be across the existing lines. In comparison, DC has reportedly only paused a handful of titles, many of which haven't even been solicited yet, and has also moved creators onto the new Batman Black and White digital first comic book. I like the Batman Black and White series, the limited series that they have done, the backup series that they've done, where all the stories are 8 pages.
Yeah, they're cool.
And they're gorgeous. Some of them are really nice, and I love them when they collect them, especially in a hardcover. Yes. I'm not going to buy a digital comic book like that. It's just not going to happen.
No. Give that away as a preview to get somebody to order the hard copy.
Right. While new publishers, Bad Ideas, and AWA have been upping their production and approaching creators who suddenly have a lot of time on their hands. That's a
pencils down, bitch.
That's right. Which comic books and which creators have been affected at Marvel is not clear. I've been told that it will apply to some X-Men related titles that had already built up a lot of complete issues anyway, and Deadpool was another mention. Declan Shelby posted in his newsletter that he had a phone call to confirm he was continuing work on his Punisher comic book, the first issue of which should have been out last week. Punisher is one of those mainstays, when the comic book industry starts putting out issues again, the Punisher is going to be something people would buy. Not the New Warriors, not the Children of the Atom, whatever that crap was with Vita Ayala, not America Chavez. Those stuff nobody's going to buy those. But Punisher, that's like name brand,
Wait, is this Punisher going to be allowed to actually use a gun?
Well, Duncan Shelby, I believe, is the artist, not the writer. So I'm not sure who's writing the series. And I think that was a writer's edict. Was I don't like guns. I'm a little girl and I don't like guns. So
God.
yeah.
Understand the character and write them that way.
And what people love about them, right?
Yes.
All right.
If you're going to write Green Arrow, understand why people like Green Arrow and who Ollie is. If you're going to write Punisher, understand who Frank Castle is.
Yep. All right, it goes on. Marvel Comics representatives confirmed to Bleeding Cool that they have paused some more titles for the same reasons as a few weeks ago, but declined to share the names or creative teams for specific titles as of yet. They stated that they would share more details in coming weeks. They also reconfirmed that all talent would be paid in full for their work that they have been completed. Well, duh.
Some people I don't think are getting that, especially if you're an independent, man, you're.
Oh yeah, well,
unless there's a kill fee in your clause, you might be SOL on with a lot of publishers because that happens.
I think people who had regular work at Marvel and DC are going to be okay, at least in the short run. It's people that were doing the independent stuff that an industry-wide shutdown hurts the most, you know?
Oh, yeah. And if there's no kill fee in your contract, and with some of the illustration stuff I used to do at White Wolf a long time ago, a lot of that stuff had a kill fee. So if I finished the job, turned it in, there's one thing I did like 40 illustrations for a board game. It got canceled.
Right.
I still got paid. I still got paid.
Right.
I got paid the kill fee. Even though the project got killed, they still had to pay me like 50%.
Right. And you still got to keep the art as well, right?
Yeah, I have the original. Okay. They're horrible, but yeah.
Well, if they weren't published, they lost not all value. They retain value as pieces of art, but not as published pieces of art.
Yeah.
So, all right.
That board game, it never happened. The project got killed.
Right. Well, then it just wraps this up by saying Bleeding Cool continues to cover the many and myriad changes to the comic industry being imposed by this current global situation. And we will continue to list such changes with this link. Now, I'm surprised he didn't say Trump is bad at the same time, but
yeah.
You know,
well, he either ran out of room.
Well, it was a short article. I didn't realize it was going to be that short. I thought it was going to have more meat to it.
He's off his venomous game.
This coronavirus has put him under the
weather.
I
know. Yeah, I wonder if he's okay. Is he all right? He didn't take an obvious cheap shot.
Hey everybody, thanks a lot for checking out our video. If you like this content, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, and join us again. We live stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday starting at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. We usually go for about an hour. We do drawing, we talk about comics, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Make sure you leave us a comment and let us know what you think. Thumbs up, thumbs down either way, and we'll catch you all next time.